What is up and welcome back. Alright, we got a lot to get into with this. If you're new to the whole self-taught beauty situation and what is going, check out my videos from the beginning and check out Not So Either Evil Stepmother, Alex, and also a channel called Tyra Nicole also has been covering this and kind of fits in to the puzzle also. Let's get started. Okay, if you're new to all this, we are going to be talking about animals in, sorry, I had my robe on and it's kind of fuzzy. I was like, felt fuzz. But if you are new to my channel, we are going to be discussing animals in bad comparable situations, so you might want to check out a different video. I just wanted to give this a heads up. And speaking of animals, my dog is in the background. You might see the tripod shake. My name is Kaya. If you're new, welcome so much. Welcome so much. Welcome. Let's get into it. I don't know where welcome so much came from. I'm just like, my mind is okay. This is a lot to crack into. Again, if you're new, check out the beginning where it discusses what's going on with self-taught beauty. And go down the line, like I said, Tyra Nicole, Not So Evil Stepmother, a.k.a. Alex. That really would get you recapped, and let's get into it. So, the saga continues with self-taught beauty, Mandy, and radiantbritt. radiantbritt is a channel that kind of does kind of like what I do. Pretty much commentary, ads, hold on, Sugar Bear Nobody. Ads kind of, different whole stuff in between. Kind of like what I do, but covers way different people. Over here we kind of do a lot of the weight loss, weight gains community genre. Excuse me, things like that. She does, what's going on right now with Tati Westbrook and Without a Crystal Ball. We've kind of discussed that a little bit, but there's so many channels covering that again. It's just, really until the Without a Crystal Ball has just been stirring the pot. We've kind of covered it here and there, but check it out if you guys are interested in that. There's tons of channels covering it right now. And not only that, I just can't with some of the things Without a Crystal Ball does, not to get sidetracked. She had 13-year-olds threatening people. So, yeah, I don't have time for that. So, let me get comfy and let's get right into self-taught beauty and radiantbritt. What is going on in the time present? So, at the time present, I got notes over here if you see me looking down. So, radiantbritt, the commentary channel, has been making videos on self-taught beauty, Mandy, and the whole situation with the shed and the animals. Well, that's where we're at today in the present, is the animals. So right now at this current time, radiantbritt has made 9 videos about the whole self-taught beauty, and now into the present. Sorry I keep saying that, but I'm trying to. But radiantbritt, I just watched self-taught beauty, and self-taught beauty Mandy is saying that radiantbritt called a sheriff. I don't know, it was a sheriff and animal control, but anyways, a deputy sheriff came out, and yeah. Now, this is going to get a little interesting here, because I really want to see Mandy get out the shed. I want to see her get on her feet, but in a little sprinkle of this, now, this is where it gets interesting. It's like, I kind of agree with what radiantbritt is saying in this video, but is radiantbritt saying this out of pure concern, or does she just at this point have it out for Mandy, and that's just kind of sprinkling a little fuel on the fire? Now, what I don't agree with radiantbritt is calling the sheriff, animal control, whenever it was. I kept going over Mandy's video, and I think, like she said, it was a deputy, but I don't know if the deputy called animal control. I don't really want to get into too much of that, because I don't know the extreme facts, and I like to present you with exactly what I know instead of anything that's hearsay. But Mandy did say that a sheriff deputy came out. That's what I don't agree on. Self-taught Britt could have emailed her, or could have had, got a hold of Alex, Tyra Nicole, somebody, and said, hey, This is where I'm at. I don't want to call the sheriff. I don't want to call animal control. Will somebody talk to her before it escalates to that point? What I do agree with Radiant Britt on, I'm very caught in the middle on this one because you guys know how much I care about pets. I don't agree with these animals being in this situation with the kerosene heater. We've discussed that before. I mentioned to you when this story I first started getting into this that I message in the comments, and you can go back to the first video and see. I messaged SelfTaught Beauty Mandy and said, I will adopt a dog if I personally cannot take... I'm sorry, you guys. I had a sinus infection not too long ago, and I'm still kind of raspy, so I do apologize. Let me grab a drink here. And I said, I will adopt the dog, or if I personally feel that I cannot take on the dog, I have 2 dogs already, I will personally make sure that this dog gets into a wonderful adopted home. Do you need help with the dog? I never received anything back, but I didn't think I would anyways. But I wanted to put that out there that, you know, hey, Mandy, you know, if things get to be too much with the dog, you got somebody out here. If, you know, I need to get a ride down there, drive down there, whatever the case may be, I will bust a move and do it. Now, this is where things also get interesting that I said with the dog that, okay, she said that when I first seen this dog in the video, she said she was dog sitting. Why I found that rather strange is, okay, maybe somebody went on vacation, didn't have any other friends, knew that Mandy is good with animals, thought, okay, you know, it's going to be a temporary thing, but this is going on weeks ago. And then it's kind of like when you see them with the dog, and then I said, even in the comment, I said, if it's not your dog, you know, get a hold of the owner and see, do they want to get rid of the dog, you know, because she's had the dog. It's going on for a couple weeks now that we've covered the story. Sorry I keep rambling on, but I just want to connect the pieces and the dots for you. So I said, you know, if the dog isn't yours, do you want to, you know, get a hold of the people, see, do they want to adopt the dog out? Do they want to get rid of the dog? You know, because I was noticing that weeks, you know, have gone by now. And in the back of my mind, I thought, okay, I'm sure the dog is hers. Maybe she just doesn't want to say it because she knows all the backlash she will get. Maybe she is really dog sitting. I don't know, but I threw it out in the universe. Hey, if this dog needs a home, I'll take it. If I can't take it on, I'll make sure it goes to somewhere good. Point blank, period, as our girl Amberlynn likes to say. Again, no reply with that. Now, this is why, okay, I think the dog is hers. You know, the way she's addressing the dog is now in today's video, she's showing bones that she got it, etc. It's dog bed, yada, yada, yada. I personally, like I said, not to keep going over things, but I always thought in the back of my mind, the dog is hers. She just doesn't want to get backlash. Now, this is where the story gets a little bit... As a dog lover, and you guys know, I suffer with PTSD, severe panic, you know, depression, etc., etc. My dogs have tremendously helped me through that, but it's in the back of my mind also, would I say that I would put Simon and Sugar Bear in a room that had no ventilation with kerosene? No. I couldn't do that to him. She's staying in a shed. If you're not caught up with the story, like I said, go back. But a shed is not a properly ventilated area in the wintertime. You know, obviously you are in a confined small space. You can't push the fumes out the door with the fan because that defeats the purpose. Then the heat's going out. You know what I mean. You guys are smart. So, you know, if I got in that predicament, I would have to say that I would have to take Sugar Bear and Simon to a home that is properly safe for them, not an environment with the kerosene. Now, let's get into the cats. She has cats. This new video, she takes on another cat. She says she went around door to door sorry, you guys. I keep feeling the reason why I keep feeling like fuzz. She got another cat that she said she went around and knocked door to door and said it was a stray. Again, let's go back to the shed. Yes, the weather is starting to do better. She had like a screen, one of those, you know, magnetic screens to where they magnetic apart. And, you know, that's letting fresh air in the shed. Okay. But, bring the story back. You've got Mandy. Hold on, Sugar Bear. No, you're not getting under the desk right now. Sorry, guys. She wants to say hi. Come here, P. Say hi. Okay. Sugar Bear, no. You know, let me get... Sorry. Sugar Bear, no. We're not doing this today. The weather is starting to... Mandy is in Ohio. The weather is starting to pick up. She did have the screen open today with the magnets. The cat was sitting there looking it out. Now, this is where I'm like, okay. Sorry, there's the fuzz flying around. You've got Mandy in the shed, an 18-year-old and a 20-year-old. So you've got 3 grown adults, 2 growing men. And I'm going to use the term men because they're 18 and they're 20. They are grown adults at this point. They are becoming young men. This shed is literally, you can see it in the vid, it is a small shed. You know, it's already compact. It's already, you know, okay, maybe 1 cat minus in the summer, minus the kerosene. I get, like I said, my animals help me with depression tremendously, but the kerosene really throws a monkey wrench in the whole thing in the winter. Taking on another cat with, you know, 3 adults in this shed, I think is bizarre. I think it's an amazing job saving the cat. You know, you want to help a stray. And that's another thing we're going to get into is when she showed the cat today, it had, she said, maybe BB marks. You know, like a BB. Sorry, YouTube's really weird with words. I got to watch what I say. A BB. So the cat has something going on with it, obviously, that needs medical attention. Mandy is in the shed, no judgment here, but financially, she cannot get this cat the medical attention that it needs. She's saying it was a little bit small, she's going to bring it back to health, and all that is lovely. I think that is amazing, her love for animals, and that's, again, I want to iterate here. I'm not saying that she doesn't love animals by any means. I'm not saying because she's homeless that she doesn't deserve animals. Everybody deserves animals that you can properly take care of. But I also think right now that to take on another animal mentally and physically, you have this opportunity that, sorry, Sugar's laying, that's why the tripod keeps moving. You have this opportunity that you really got to get your mind going and get the ball rolling and try to get out of this shed to better your life and to better these boys. Now, I've said this a million times also. 18 and 20, they need to be wanting to better their life too. Do I think that Mandy and the boys probably need counseling after the relationship, after the fire, after the things they've went through? 100%. Do I feel like I can see from what I see, this is just my opinion and the videos, that Mandy needs some severe counseling and help? Yes. Do I feel like she's stuck in a funk and she needs to realize you've got this opportunity, but you cannot have Alex and Tara, is it Tyra? Tara, I do apologize if you see this video. If I'm pronouncing your name wrong. You have these women in your court here. But they cannot be the number 1 team on the number 1 player on the basketball team. You have to be. It is not fair if Alex is doing all this legwork and you're sitting here. Yes, I get it. She needs to be worried about these pets. But taking on another animal is not what you need to be focused on right now. These people are trying to help you. Hold on. She just went on her desk. Okay. But taking on another animal right now is not, excuse me, what you need to be focused on. You need to be focused on that these people are out here trying to do all they can do for you. Alex has other children. Alexandria, not so evil stepmothers, who I'm talking about when I say Alex. She has, sorry, there's like fuzz flying around. She has a younger child that she could be tending to. She is taking time away from her channel. She is taking time away from her family. Time, resources, etc. Time and money. Time is money. When Alex has a big channel and she's missing out on videos, we know that she missed out on a sponsorship. That is taking money out of her pockets trying to help you. So when you're focusing on another animal, that is taking away time that you could be focusing, hitting the bricks, and focusing on resources that you need to focus on. And that's why I'm kind of getting frustrated. It's like, well, guys, you know, and I was going to do this. You got to do it. This is crunch time. This is hammer time. Yes, like I said, the weather is starting to free up, and I'm sure that is a load off her back. I cannot imagine being in Ohio winter, in the wintertime, in a shed. It is absolutely, I grew up in Ohio, like I told you, the winters are vicious. But I just feel like when I seen this video today, I did see Mandy's frustration, you know, about somebody calling the sheriff. Do I think that Radiant Britt should have emailed her or emailed somebody and said, hey, you know, I'm getting frustrated, etc., etc. But to send the sheriff out there just put fuel on the fire, literally. And I don't even think, I don't know what they did. From what I heard on the video, she didn't say what happened, but the animals were still there. I don't know. I feel like, you know, I almost feel like self-taught, and this is just my opinion. I'm not coming for Mandy. You know, I've had her back since the beginning of this. But I almost feel like, you know, you're going to miss the train. You're going to miss an opportunity here. That's once in a lifetime, man. Alex does not play. Alex has built her channel. I have literally watched it since the get-go. Watched it take off. Alex does her research. Alex gets a product. And if something's wrong with it, I'm not saying this brand. Just heads up. I'm not saying this brand. I just grabbed this because it was the first thing I seen. But Alex will research ingredients. She will research dates. She, believe you me, does her detectiveness, as we say in our little community. Alex does not play around. She doesn't miss things. She just goes through it with a fine comb. And I feel like Mandy doesn't really hit the pavement and off and running. The train's going to bypass by, and this is one heck of an opportunity. So, I don't know, you guys. This is getting to... It's getting to be a lot with self-taught Brit, because I have to ask myself, when I look in these, when I look at the, you know, kind of smirk, let's see here, let's just hit, we're not going to watch the video, but,
Axel, you guys know Axel by now. He is the light of my life.
Let's just look at the look in some of the thumbnails. And yes, you guys, I, you know, do my videos too. And I make funny faces. I make serious faces. But just, it's a very smirky, let me find the video here I'm talking about. It just kind of is like a... almost like a I'm better than you type vibe. Just kick off the light and hopefully you can see. I don't know. It's just like, it's just very smirky. I don't know. Hoping you guys are seeing it. And like I said, the one video that she made that we talked about, she was on her way, you know, to buy makeup. Nothing wrong with buying makeup, but like I said, when it rubbed me the wrong way, it was literally like, well, she's got a thing on here for, you know, where is it? Is a sleep and glow pillow worth $175? Great. You know, you guys know I love stuff too. You know, some of the stuff I buy, you know, higher in makeup, etc. But when you're sitting here showing a $175 pillow and, you know, it's like you're picking every little thing that somebody does when this woman is living in a shed, that's kind of why I'm like, yeah, you got to be careful, you know. There's a difference between covering the story and then seeming like you're a little smirky and you're privileged compared to her. I'm just gonna say it. You're privileged compared to her. And yes, you heard me. Mandy needs to dig this self out of her rut, but I do think that Radiant Britt does go hard on her, and it's like, okay, are you covering this story, or you just simply don't like her at this point? You know, are you just don't simply like her? Is she beneath you to your standards? I don't know, you guys. So let me know in the comments what you think of this. I'm looking at my notes here, making sure that we've covered everything. Yeah. Okay. And then another thing I wanted to say too is it's like Radiant Britt keeps talking about, and I'm guilty of it too. I was in the beginning, guilty of the same thing. I'm not going to sit here and lie and, you know, be a hypocrite. I didn't know at first how many cats was in there. I didn't know the situation with the cats. I knew there was one cat. I didn't offer to take on the cat because I am allergic to cats. I guess in the description that I could have put, but I knew from watching that, you know, the cat, she's not getting rid of the cat, that the cat was her. So that is why I did say the dog, and I'm not going to sit here and lie about that and say, you know, I didn't say I could take the cat because I can't take the cat. I'm allergic to cats highly, and this wild little woman down here is I'm surprised saying the C word, that she's not, she doesn't take well onto cats. She is a hunter, a gatherer, and I'm highly allergic. So I just want to give you a heads up. Let's clear up that, no, I can't take on the cats. I never said I would, but I am both concerned about cats and dogs with the kerosene. Just put that out there before, you know, you say, well, but, again, like I was getting to before I got sidetracked, I apologize. I get really sidetracked easy if you're new, and I've really been trying to work on that. I'll see something and want to, hey guys, check this out, and then I'll go left field over here, and then it's like, whoa, back in. So I am working on that. If you're new, that is one thing with me. I do notice sometimes I'll go to finish sentences and then off to the races something else. But I did also notice that a couple people had mentioned that you're worried about the dog, Radiant Britt, but what about the cat? So I did also notice that myself. I wanted to say that's how I got on that long tangent. I don't know, guys. I think that, and we're gonna wrap it up here. I don't want to keep saying the same thing, but Mandy, if you see this video, you have a heck of an opportunity. And give these pets, maybe find somebody that, you know, you trust, and you can say, hey, when I get a place on my feet, can I have the pets back? Or I think you should find, you know, okay, definitely I think you should find the new cat a home. I think you should let somebody adopt it, or again, if you can find somebody that you trust and will say, hey, when I get on my feet, can I have the cat back? But I think right now you really need to focus on this opportunity that Alex and Tara, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, and everybody else in that group. I know I'm missing a couple people, so if you're watching this, all of you that have came together are tremendous, and I just, to have amazing group of women, this small little beauty community has really pulled together and really beating the pavement and hitting the resources and trying to see what they can do for her. So Mandy, you've got to get it together. You've got to worry about these women trying to help you out. Work on the things that they're getting researches for you. Work on what you can do to play your part, because you are the #1 player in this. I say this phrase all the time. You can lead the horse to water, but will they drink? You can show a man how to grow an apple tree, but will he keep up with the tree till it grows the apples? You're the key player. You can change the puzzle. The boys are grown men now. They have to learn how to provide, how to take care of themselves. The one you mentioned, Mandy, and this is not, I still, want to see you change this around, Mandy. This is not, if you ever see this, to, make you feel some sort of way. This is just to kind of tell you, hey, man, come on, Mandy. We're all rooting for you out here. Don't let us down, man. You've got a great opportunity. And this is also, the boys can take this opportunity. They're young man now. The one you said has a really lovely girlfriend. What if, the girlfriend gets pregnant and he needs to learn how, and the other son, they've got to learn how to provide for their family, or the cycle is just going to repeat itself. And you don't want them to end up in this situation. So that's why you've got to really take this opportunity for all three of you to, really change things around and, really just get things back together. So, all right, guys, I don't want to keep saying the same things over and over. That's another thing I'm bad at and I'm working on. But, Mandy, you got a lot of people rooting for you out here, but give this cat a, give it a home, or, give it a temporary home until you can get things better. I think that right now you really need to focus on what everybody's trying to help you with, and taking on another animal is just not the answer. It's not fair to the cat medically. It's not fair to the other animals that barely have room to roam around already. And I didn't say anything about the other cat from the beginning because I know how hard it is to be an animal lover. And I'm not saying because you're homeless that you don't deserve animals. So that's kind of why I let that slide from the beginning and really didn't say anything, because I knew that that was her cat. And I knew that, I can't imagine not having my animals would be detrimental to me. But, you got to think of what's right for the animal too. They don't ask to live in the shed, and I'm not saying that you ask to live in the shed. But you have the right, you have the power to change this. They don't. And I said this before, and if I leave you with any message, I've said this a million times on other channels that we watch. We decide where we live. We decide what we want to eat. We decide our living conditions. Pets do not. So I'm going to leave you on that message tonight. Thank you very much. Leave a thumbs up. If you're new, please consider joining us. We do a little bit of everything over here. Reacts, makeups, news, teas, hauls, dogs, lifestyle, clothes. We've got a lot to get into over here. If you only see my pile, we've got a lot of hauls coming up. So, summer and spring's around the bend, and we are getting ready for Easter. So on that note, like I said, please, I'm going to leave you with a message as your pets, live how you do. If they live in a dirty environment, that's not good for them. Please, Mandy, you're not a bad person if you say, hey, I can't take on another animal right now. That's a better message than, trying to keep all these animals contained up. Dander, smells, you've already got the litter box with the one cat. And again, if the cat's medically needing something done, let it get to where it needs to get to heal, and you can always visit the cat. Leave me a thumbs up. I'll see you guys later. Have a great day, great night, and Kaya is out.